Welcome back. I'm Kevin. This is 7 by Kevin, the 7 Minute Almost Daily podcast. I want to talk about my recent, well, it was in late April, early May, my recent battle with COVID, my very first and hopefully only battle with COVID. My kids were obviously still in school and they probably brought something home, I'm sure. They're 10 and 12. And we also live with my mother-in-law, who's in her late 70s. So it was very concerning that when it was evident that we had COVID, it was concerning for her. But she fared better than me, that's for sure. I actually thought I was going to have to go to the hospital, maybe worse, because now I'm prone for strep throat. So I was actually praying for strep throat during this because there was 2 days. The worst symptoms lasted about 5 to 7 days for me, but overall, I probably sounded sick and had some minor ailments for probably 2 or 3 weeks. But the worst of it was for 2 days, where it felt like I had glass at the back of my throat, and when I swallowed, I was almost in tears. I didn't even want to swallow. I kept spitting when I could because I just didn't want to be able to have to swallow because it just hurt so bad. So there was one time at about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I was awakened, and you're kind of half asleep, half awake, and I'm kind of listening, and I'm like that sounds like a tin can or an old pop can like rolling around the bedroom floor. And then once I came more awake, I realized it was my breathing. And so as I was breathing in and out, I could hear this rattling coming from me in my chest, and so it was quite concerning. That was one night, but the really 2 nights I had almost no sleep because of the sore throat. But we're both we're all double vaccinated here. None of us have got the booster, but who knows with the fall coming up, and they're calling for seventh or eighth wave. Get your fifth or sixth booster. So we'll see. For at least for me, speaking personally, because I have a job that in outside sales, and I'm going into all these businesses, and 98% of the people that I'm seeing are not masked. I'm not masked, unless as I'm walking in and I see the client has got a mask on, or sometimes I'll even wear the mask going in, and then if I see the client doesn't have a mask on, I'll take it off. But it's a little bit easier to do that as opposed to the opposite, going in and seeing the client has a mask on. I'm walking in without one, and then I put it on when I see them. So I just like doing it that way. But usually I'm only wearing it for a few seconds because I'll walk in and they're clearly not wearing one, so I'll take it off right away. So please tell me in the comments, have you had this COVID? Found a lot of family and friends had it around the same time that I did. So we lasted for almost 2.5 years without getting it, and then I guess let your guard down at some point, and then we got it. At that time, we were wearing our masks at that point, but now we had have a sort of a sense of not invincibility, but the fact that we think we're not going to get it because we're double vaccinated and we've got the fresh antibodies because it's only been at this point about three months or so. So that's why I'm thinking personally I might get one booster towards the end of August, early September, just like I would for a flu shot. So I think that's what I'll be doing. Speaking of COVID and shots and that sort of thing, do have an upcoming guest in the next before I get that booster. Maybe he'll change my mind, but somebody that's quite up on vaccinations and knows quite a bit about it. So his name's Mario. So I hope he'll be coming on in the next couple of weeks and educating myself and you guys on the vaccine, and just, as the old expression goes, take it with a grain of salt, and just get all your information and make your own informed decision. So we're not pushing it either way, but just more of an education. So I think that's it for me. Please join me again soon. I do have a few more topics lined up, and I do have. Speaking of guests, I do have another one that I've put the request out. That he's a YouTuber. He's got about 60,000 followers, and it should be an interesting chat, something a little bit different. So he's just had some minor surgery, so I'm hoping that he gets better soon, and then he can come on. So I'm hoping for that. So lots of exciting things coming up. So this is Kevin with 7 by Kevin, the 7-minute almost daily podcast. I thank you very much for joining. Please like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and please join me on YouTube if you're listening this on wherever you listen to your podcast. Thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.